Every other Thursday, I host a live art event on my YouTube channel called Art Autopsy. And this is from the very first episode right here. This is the first painting that I did, and just painting right off the top of my head. So the first thing that I do is I layer down a solid color across the canvas. And this serves two purposes. For one, it makes it a little more visually interesting to watch when you're filming it, right? Rather than just black and white on canvas. Putting down that solid color makes it more interesting. But also on top of that, as you paint through, a lot of times those pores in the canvas can tend to show through in your painting, and it's better to have that tinted a certain color than to have it show through with those bright white. So the first thing that I'm doing, I tend to work in layers. So this part of the painting that I'm working on is called the underpainting. And right now I'm just kind of establishing what the painting is going to look like. I'm sketching it out. I'm making up the design as I go. And in this underpainting side of things, I'm just doing this in black and white, focusing on the light in the shadow. You know, where are the highlights and where are the shadows? And as I go, yeah, I'm just kind of figuring out what this painting is going to become. So this painting in total took me 6 hours. The first 3 hours of it were done as part of the Art Autopsy live stream. And then after the live stream was over, throughout the next week or two, I put another 3 hours into it, just refining it. So, yeah, anyway, if you're able to join for any of these live streams, again, they're every other Thursday. They're a lot of fun. We get people kind of interacting in the chat. It's your chance to get in there and talk with me about art. But I also encourage during these live streams for everybody, if it's your thing, to get your own art supplies together, be it for painting or drawing or sculpting or whatever, and just make art alongside me while I'm making art. One of the cool benefits of doing that is that if you follow all of my live streams and you're making a new piece of art every 2 weeks right alongside me, eventually you're going to build up a very nice solid body of artistic work that you can show off. And I bet you if you did that, if you committed to doing a piece of art every 2 weeks, if not more, you're going to be able to track your progress, and you're going to see how much you've improved over the course of time of just following these live art events. So yeah, anyway, mark off, your Thursdays, your Thursday nights. I normally do them at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So how I got started doing this, or what brought about this whole Thursday live stream, is I actually used to host a live event at a gallery in Burbank, California called Hyena Gallery. And that's where Art Autopsy was born. So I would paint live at the gallery, and we would do it once a month back then. And I would also have a special guest artist come out and make art right alongside me. But the coolest part of that experience was that anybody could show up to the gallery, and there were tables and easels set up. So anybody that showed up could also make art with us. And it was just a really fun, cool community of artists. And I really missed that. So I decided to bring it back for my YouTube channel. As we go forward, there will be some episodes of that where I have other special guest artists in the studio with me. But for these first few, it's just me. But I would love it if you're into this sort of thing, and if you like this, yeah, just join in, watch the live stream. So if you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, you'll be sure to be notified anytime I'm going to be doing a live stream. And if you do join up for the live stream, yeah, be sure to say something in the chat, say hello. So as you can see here, I'm still in the underpainting side. The image is getting more refined. Now, if it's not super apparent to you when you see this, there is no reference for this photo. It's all just painting off of the top of my head. Of course, when you make art, you can use references if that helps you, but there's also something very freeing and super fun just about painting whatever strange thing might pop into your head. You should, if you've never done that before, just give it a shot. I think a lot of people do that as kids, right? When you're a little kid and you start drawing, it's all from the top of your head, right? But most people just don't keep that up into their adult life. But there's something so freeing about making art that it just comes right out of your head and onto the canvas or onto the paper or the page or the sculpture, whatever your medium is. It's super fun. So on this painting, I started out in acrylic paint just because of the nature of doing a live painting demonstration. Acrylic dries much faster than oil. So the whole black and white portion, that was all done in acrylic. But now that I'm getting into the color on this painting, I'm moving into oil. So I like to work in layers, very thin layers that I build up over time. So I take my oil paint and I thin it down with a medium called liquin. And the liquin basically thins out the paint. It enables you to layer different thin colors on top of each other. And then it also helps accelerate the dry time. So it doesn't dry nearly as fast as acrylic does, but usually if I get to the point where my canvas is saturated with paint and I'm ready to move on, all I have to do is wait another day. And by the next day when I come back to the easel, if I've put enough of that liquin into my paint as I've been going through on these layers, it's usually dry enough to work with again the next day. So one of the downsides of painting from your imagination, I guess, can be, the composition may not be as thoughtful as if you really premeditated it. And certainly I'm running into it with this painting. It's certainly a strange composition. And because of that, I made sure on the following live painting, the one you'll see that comes up next after this one in my next video, I put a little more thought into how that composition goes. But at the same time, for a live painting and something that I'm just doing purely for the joy of making art, I try not to get too picky with myself as far as those kind of flaws, because it's really just something I'm doing for joy and for fun, and it certainly serves that purpose. And the live aspect of it, doing the live stream, has so far been a real treat for me, just getting to talk to a lot of you fine folks who watch my channel. And I realized too, once I started doing this, I think this is probably the first painting video that I've done on my channel. It's mostly been music related or props, building props and things like that. But I've been an oil painter for, virtually, or a painter in many different mediums for my whole life. So it's something that I certainly love doing. And yeah, I'm curious what you guys are going to think, my audience, the people that come back to this channel. Do you like watching this kind of thing? Do you like watching art? Or are you more about the props or about the music? Let me know in the comments. Of course, I'm going to keep making all kinds of different content. It's all just, this channel is really all about just my creative output in general across all kinds of different mediums. So just because I'm doing more painting videos now doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing the other videos. I'll keep doing all of them. So as you can see here, I'm just layering on just thin amounts of color and then just really starting to refine it as I go. So I tend to be all over the place when I'm painting. I don't really focus on one area at a time to completion. I kind of I kind of just look at the painting as a whole, and I jump around from spot to spot. So whenever I see an area I want to work on next, I just kind of jump onto it. I try not to think about it too much for a painting like this, where it's just pure joy of painting, joy of creating art. I try not to get too precious with what I'm doing or how long I'm spending on one area versus the other. I just kind of, every once in a while, I'll take a step back and look at it and think, oh, okay, I need to I need to do this, and I'll find an area that is perhaps less defined as another area, or as the rest of the painting, and I'll just work on that. And you just keep chipping away at it little bit by bit, and eventually, you end up with a finished painting. There is an often quoted, albeit attributed to many different artists over the years, the quote I think most commonly is attributed to Leonardo da Vinci, but I can't say with any certainty if he's the one that originally said it. But art is never completed, only abandoned. And that's certainly the case for me. I could work on this one painting for a year if I wanted, and keep refining and keep adding detail. But at a certain point, I gotta say, it's done. That way I can move on and do more work. But I think that speaks to just the joy that I get out of creating art, that I could work on it infinitely. But this one is getting close to the end. I'm just adding in some additional details in here. You can see too on this one, my color palette is really all over the place. I didn't really premeditate the color palette that much on this going into it. So it's just kind of this crazy amalgam of colors and imagery, but a lot of fun, having a lot of fun with it. Now, if you're watching this video close to when it comes out, which will be the beginning of April 2025, I do want to tell you I will be at a live event on April 19th, 2025 called Hyena Horror Market. And this is a little mini convention that is hosted by the fine folks at Hyena Gallery. Only this convention will take place at the Mayflower Club in North Hollywood on April 19th, and I will have a table set up there showcasing a lot of my art, as well as masks and stuff I've worked on with movies and music and all kinds of stuff. So if you're in the North Hollywood area or in LA in general, come by. It's a free event. Again, April 19th at the Mayflower Club in North Hollywood. And please come by and say hi. And if you do tune in to any of my art live streams and you decide to make art alongside with me during the course of the live stream, please feel free to email me the images of whatever you're creating during the live stream to clintcarneycreates@gmail.com, and I'll be featuring the artwork of those people who are, of my viewers in upcoming streams, so that everybody can enjoy the work of the community. And yeah, now I'm just adding in some detail. I decided to paint some stars across the cloth that's wrapped around this weirdo figure here. I love adding little details like this. It's just super fun and relaxing to kind of nerd out on this kind of detail. Be sure to let me know in the comments below what your favorite part of this painting is. Do you dig it at all? Do you hate it? Tell me what you think about this painting. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you didn't know I was a painter, or you would just like to see more of my work, if you head on over to clintcarney.com, you can check out a bunch of my paintings online on my website. Although, fair warning, they're not all for all audiences. Some of them are quite graphic, so be warned. But again, please be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can be informed when the next live stream is coming up. I would love to chat with you guys. So this one's coming to a close. Let me know in the comments what you think I should call this painting. It doesn't have a title yet, but I'd love to hear what you guys think that it should be called, because I have no idea. I'll eventually figure it out. Oh, I should mention here, check out the little squirrel at the end of this weird amphibious dude's tongue up there. Squirrels do end up being a recurring theme in a lot of my art. So had to sneak that one in for this first painting in this YouTube Art Autopsy series. And yeah, I'm going to give him a nice little highlight here so he stands out from the background. Well, I'm doing the stripes first. I'm just watching the video as I narrate here. But yeah, anyway, this painting is just about coming to a close. So please leave me your comments below and let me know what you think. And I hope to see you during the next Art Autopsy live stream. Again, every other Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Take care.